Hey guys, Metal Movie Man here again with should be the last video of my Scream Factory series. I kind of sped it up after the first one. It's taking too long showing every little thing for them, so I'm just going to kind of go through them. So next up on the set here is Backcountry, which is a newer flick, came out a few years ago, based on a true story of a couple that gets lost in the Canadian wilderness and gets attacked by a bear. Crazy bear mauling scene. The guy gets tore up by a bear and it's pretty crazy. But real good true story suspense. Next up we have another true story, supposedly. It's hard to say what happened, but we have the Amityville Horror Trilogy. It has Amityville 1, 2, and 3D. The Amityville Horror is the original one with James Brolin and Margot Kidder. Next we have James Gunn's Slither. Great creature feature. James Gunn, as you know, went on to direct some little independent movies you may have heard of called Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2. Yeah, he's doing alright for himself. And then next is one I just got recently that I did a video on, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Like I said in that video, check that out. Awesome movie. Alright, then we got Bite and Fender Bender, which are newer movies. Fender Bender is one made by Scream Factory, so it's like their first actual produced movie. Next we have Lord of Illusions, Dreamscape, and Class of 1984. Bubba Hotep, directed by Don Coscarelli, who directed the Phantasm franchise, which I did a video on that set here not too long ago. Stars Bruce Campbell. Next we have Hell Night, which is often asked for slasher movie that everyone wanted them to release. They finally did it this year. Next we have Firestarter with Drew Barrymore. Found this one at Best Buy for like $14 a couple days ago, so that's brand new. Got the Larry Fessenden collection, has 4 movies. The Wendigo and a couple other ones. I did a little short video on that too as well. Stung. Now this movie, it's a newer movie. It's about giant killer wasps. Watch this movie. It's amazing. I love creature features, and to have giant wasps attacking people, as I hate wasps in real life. Very cool movie. I really recommend it. It has Lance Henriksen in it, and any movie with Lance Henriksen is always better. Next we have The Babadook, which was a runaway hit a few years ago. Dark Summer, Don't Knock Twice, and The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Haven't watched them yet. Bought them not too long ago. Still need to catch up on them, watch them. Heard those are really good. And then next we have the Species collection. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've only seen the first 2. Still need to watch the second, or the third and the fourth. Then we got Carrie. Classic with Sissy Spacek. Now I put Trespass in here. It's not really a Scream Factory. It's more Shout Factory. It's one of their... what do they call them? Their Shout Selects. So I just kind of put it on the shelf with it because I didn't know where else to put it. But it stars Bill, and Ice and Ice. So real cool action movie. Should check that out. Next we have Willard and Ben, which are rat movies, or mice. Yeah, they're rats. Killer rats. Session 9. I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things. Cherry Falls is a 2000 slasher. You know, when the late 90s, 2000s, how was a lot of the teen slasher movies. That's when that came out, but it's actually really, really good. I watched it not too long ago, and I really dug it. Then next we have the Slumber Party Massacre 1, 2, and 3. Good schlock slasher movies. And Tobe Hooper's Invader from Mars. More of a kid's horror movie. And then Wes Craven's Swamp Thing. One of DC Comics' first superhero movies. Really love it. Return of Swamp Thing is my favorite one of the 2, and that's coming out on Blu-ray in June by another company called NVD Video. So I'm excited to get that. I already pre-ordered it. And next we have The Town That Dreaded Sundown, which is the original, which is based off a true story of the Texarkana Phantom Killer. If you've never heard of that, look it up on Google, read up on it, and this is pretty much the movie that kind of talks about it. Real cool. The remake came out, and it also takes place in the real world, and also where the movie was made. So you see some of this movie in the remake, and the killer comes back. It's really cool. What do we got? The Battery is a really cool zombie movie. Very minimalist. It's pretty much just a camera following two guys around through a zombie apocalypse, and pretty much how they get through day to day. Really good movie. It's different. It's a different kind of zombie movie, but I recommend it. Got Scarecrows, The Final Terror, and The Beast Within. Final Terror is really good. It's one of those slashers where what you expect isn't what happens. Just put it that way. Real cool movie. Beast Within is kind of a cool creature feature from the 80s, early 80s. Next we have Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund. He kind of, the cover makes me think he's Freddy Krueger. That's what I always thought when he was, when I was younger. Because I mean, Robert is Freddy, but just the way he looks on the cover though, looks a lot like Freddy Krueger. Without Warnings, pretty cool alien feature. Stars the dude that plays the Predator, Anthony, or what's his name, Peter Hall. He's in that as the alien. I Come in Peace is a Dolph Lundgren movie that I used to watch a lot back when I was younger. My buddy had it on VHS, so we would watch that a few times. Next up is my favorite werewolf movie of all time, Bad Moon. The werewolf in this movie is a 10. It's one of the best werewolves I've ever seen in a movie. So really check that out. Got 3 more minutes here, so I'm going to try to finish it up. Got New Year's Evil, Final Exam, 2 early slashers, which not very good, but you can kind of see where the slasher genre was going at that time period. The Funhouse Massacre is a new movie. That's actually really fun. Robert Englund's in that. A lot of cool effects, practical effects and deaths and everything. Got Terror Vision and The Video Dead, and the Deathstalker movies, Deathstalker 1 and 2. The Curse 1 and 2. Troll 1 and 2. Don't really have to say much about the Troll movies because everyone knows about those. Ghoulies 1 and 2. And Robot Jocks. All these are in my Empire box set that I got not too long ago as well. Terror Train with Jamie Lee Curtis. Good early slasher. Beyond the Gates and Extraterrestrial. Haven't watched those. Those are newer ones, newer movies. So I need to get on that. Then we got The Boy and the Poughkeepsie Tapes, which I heard a lot about the Poughkeepsie Tapes. Haven't watched it yet. Sounds like story of my life. I need to watch a lot of these. But it's kind of a rare one that got kind of like shelved and never released, and they finally released it. And then the last in the Scream Factory section is Humanoids from the Deep by Roger Corman. Funny little old school creature feature. Well, there you have it. There's Scream Factory. I got through all of them, 3 videos. I just kind of speed it up there at the end. If there's any ones you'd like to let me go in depth on, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a video on one of them, whichever ones you want. And then next videos will probably be my Arrow series, which I have here. Not as many, so it'll be a lot quicker. And then my Vestron videos and so forth. So there you go, Scream Factory. My Scream Factory collection, quite a bit of movies. I hope you enjoyed it, enjoyed this series, and you guys have yourself a great night.